What the hell happened to the thumbnail? I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's going to be a long day for me. It's going to be a long day. All right. I think we're good. Just make sure. All right. Twitch is good, and so is YouTube. So, nice hat. Thank you. I was choosing between which hat to use. Because, yeah. This morning is a little rough for me. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. I don't know about everybody else. I can't complain. I mean, I can complain about things, but I choose not to. Good morning. Good morning, Diana. Yeah, sorry that I'm extremely late. An hour. It was gonna be a rough morning. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. Everything seems to be working. So, you're the man, dude. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Not enough. We need more. We need more 3 billion. Like, we need 3 billion a day. That would be great if we saw 3 billion a day. Bulls fan, huh? Yeah. Well, not so much anymore. I can't say that I watch anything that they've done. I'm also a Saints fan, and I barely watch the Saints games. I mean, I watch the highlights, but I don't watch it live. So, I don't know. Matt, Binance is burning more tokens today. No, they're not burning more tokens today. It's every week. But is it enough? That's the real question. We need 4 billion a day, I guess. That would be great to see 4 billion a day. I think 4 billion, 3 billion a day, all of these levels give it time for it to happen. It can happen within 2 years or so. Good morning, Matt. How's it going? Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button on the way in. Yes, we have 44 likes, 124 people, 135 people. Thank you guys for showing up today. I appreciate it. Hey Matt, what do you think about the lithosphere 2.5 trillion? I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I've seen a ton about it. So I will believe it when I see it. I'm hype about it because if you have that much that you could burn off, anybody will take that. That means you have less time to actually burn off all the supply. You have 2.5 trillion to take away from that total supply, which technically, you're looking at 4 or 3.5, 3.6 that you're looking at that's left after that. And that's a circulating supply, not total supply. So we will see. We need to be patient. Let's see what will happen when it's stable. That's true. That is true. Good morning, Matt. Everybody needs to burn their staking rewards. So yeah, I mean, you don't need to. It's just wise to do that because if everybody's burning their staking rewards, you're showing, yes, you support staking, but right now the percentages are so high that there's some people that just want to take advantage and gain the percentages as it is before it does go down. The percentages do decrease. And if we're getting 14, like for me, I'm getting about 13,000, 14,000 every day. If I'm getting that much every day, then I can burn that off every day. And then in 10 days, I can burn off 100 plus 1,000 coins, which is not crazy. It's not millions of coins, but added up, 10 people, that's 1 million. 10 people from that, that's 10 million, right? 10 people from that, times 10, not 10 people, but times 10, throughout that whole entire process, you're looking at more and more and more. So, hey man, I love the channel. Let's push together. 2 rounds of Lunatics staking that's going out today, and the NFT is coming Sunday. Yes, round 2 of staking. That's the thing we wanna talk about here. I don't know exactly when, so let me see if I can bring up Lunatics token. I actually wanted to make a video yesterday on that, but I ran out of time because, I only had a certain amount of time to upload videos and all that stuff. Let's see. Reminder that the second round of staking arrives today for Lunatics token. Stake with Lunatics token, and you'll get rewards in Lunic and Lunati. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity. Yep, you're right, Duncan. Staking is full. NFT is not live yet. So wait, can I go to the website here? I think I can go to the website. Sorry, I'm tired. Sorry if I seem that way. So yeah, staking is full and NFTs are not live yet. You can shop though. They probably have their gear here. They do have gear. And I think it's available for a lot of people. So guys, if you want to go to Lunatics token, some of the gear is pretty nice. I like this Lunatics token hoodie. I do like this Lunatics token shirt. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I like that hoodie too. They also have the Lunatics down the arm. That's pretty cool. And I'm not sure if a certain portion goes towards burning, really. I think they might have said this in the past. But this is cool. Oh, and they have it's an iPhone case. I don't have iPhone. But yeah, if you go to their website here, staking is full. NFTs are not live, not yet. Yeah, and they have everything broken down. They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job. I can't wait to see them with higher volume. Good morning, DJ Trev. Thank you for showing up. Did somebody send a super chat that I missed? Ryan, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. I really do. 8 hours, Matt. Hoodie is fire. It definitely is fire. NFTs release on the 9th for Lunatics token. All right, a few days. Bro, what's the risk about staking with Terra validators? There's not really much of a risk. The risk is that you can't get out of positions. Sometimes you can risk your entire commission if they're looking at 100% commission. There's not really a crazy risk with it. It's not like you lose everything if the validator goes under if you're doing it through TerraStation. However, if you're staking with the validator outside of TerraStation, that's a different story. Matt is confused. He's absolutely the last person to seek financial advice from. The guy is confused and he is on his own hustle. I'm confused. How am I confused? And I would say there's no financial advice that comes here. So you're right. Don't seek financial advice from me. I don't think anybody does. Everybody's looking for an understanding to build a strategy. It's not about seeking financial advice. And if you think that's the case, you're in the wrong place. So, Uddy, I'm not confused about anything. I know where I stand. I know what I invested in. I know what I do invest in. And yeah, if you don't like what I'm saying, like other people may love what I'm saying, you feel free to just walk on out of here. I don't know what else to tell you. And if you don't walk out of here, I can just help you out. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. I'm not gonna miss a person like you in the chat. So feel free to go ahead. I like the clothing line. Nice gear. Now, Matt, what do you think of MBTC? I haven't looked into it. Lunatics is going to skyrocket in 2023. Yeah, I mean, they seem to be putting everything together, right? So there's pieces that are burning now. There's new utilities that are coming along. There's a lot of things that we are not putting, I guess, in the light because, we're focused really on burning. And some of these things are going to be burning quite a bit. So it makes sense to focus on burning a little bit. Mr. P, you've been a member for 6 months. Thank you for being a member for that long. I appreciate it. Jamie, thank you for that $2 super chat as well. I appreciate that a lot. Matt, please explain on the new proposal of minting 500 billion coins. So the person that created that proposal is going to talk about it. I don't want to pitch it because I'm not a person I'm qualified to talk about it because it's an opinion that I would have. But if you're looking to highlight the benefits in a big way, the benefits would come directly from him. So DJ Trev is going to have a live stream with Alex on Wednesday. I don't know the exact time, but he's going to put up a scheduled stream. I just talked to him last night and we worked through how to schedule a stream and how to build all that stuff. So he should be scheduling the stream sometime soon. And then you'll be able to get that full breakdown there. And there's no rush in understanding what it's all about, because if I break it down, it may be something that, I don't 100% agree with. But I want him to be able to pitch it and sell it like if it's Shark Tank or something. Tell us why minting 500 billion coins would be beneficial to Terra Luna Classic. Doquan is hiding, man. Good morning, Matt. Can we expect with Lunic after the Fed meeting? Probably more of the same, depending what the Fed meeting says. Usually there's a lot of negativity somewhere, somehow. Even if we do see a push in the stock market, the crypto market, a lot of times we see that pull back. But and then if it is just horrible news, we're going to see it just tank some more. So we'll see. We will see. I hate when they have Fed meetings because, there's never really anything that's 100% great about it, I bought Lunatics at launch and had to get rid of it last night. My staking became undone and I can't restake. Was supposed to be like 10 days. And I had bought in 2,000 points, so I had to go with more Luna. It became your staking became undone, as in it got unstaked. Did you accidentally unstake it, or did you just unstake it because you felt like it, or did it, as out of nowhere, just became unstaked? That's weird. Matt like Cat Williams says everyone needs haters. If you have haters, you're doing something right. I guess that's true. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. So yeah, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, he's going to put something up, a live stream schedule up, so that you can break all that stuff down and talk to Alex about this. How's your tweet going? How much retweets? So right now it's at 1,300, I think. So 1,300. I'm doing it for a week. So I did it yesterday. I put in another 29K yesterday, and right now I think I have like 13 or 14K sitting in there. So I can take that, or I can wait another day and add the other day in there, or I can add 2 days in there. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to be burning another 13,000 or 14,000 at least. Total would be somewhere around 50, 60, 60K that I would be burning off total, or that I did burn off total, because I burned off 49K already. So just trying to do my part and not risk any of the money that you already put in there. You know, if I already put in, you know, $40 and I'm gaining quite a bit, I'm going to continue to hold what I'm holding, and this and the total amount in my MetaMask, and I will burn off the staking rewards, which seems to be the best case scenario. It's not asking people to burn off their own hard-earned money. It's burning off rewards that they're getting from the system, right? So if the system is paying you out in an aggressive fashion where it's 35% or 30% or even 15%, it's an aggressive play. And yes, it's taken away from your potential gains there. But what it is doing is supporting the larger cause to make sure you have those potential gains. How could we increase the tax? Eagle GP, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I do want to check to see if I don't know if Harper is getting dressed or not. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's not. I don't have to take her to the bus stop. Erica does, but I just want to make sure, because Erica got in late yesterday and was pretty tired, so I want to make sure she's good. I'll be right back. All right. So Where was I at? I went up there and Harper was eating Jello. Well, she didn't eat it yet. She just opened it. And I was like, you can't eat Jello at 7 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? I don't understand why she tried to hide it. Like, that's what kids do, I guess. They try and test boundaries. Hey guys, by the way, I'm almost done with that song. Don't worry about Binance burns because my song alone will burn $1 trillion a month. Come on now. Exchanges don't update often. I already burned 80,000 K. You're saying you already burned 80,000? That's great. I would, but cannot send my Lunatics to Terra Station to stake. Why can't you send it to Terra Station? Chair, should I dollar cost average into Quant? Quant is high. You wouldn't be dollar cost averaging down. You would be dollar cost averaging up. I mean, at this point, right? Because isn't Quant at like $130 or something like that? If crypto blows up, I'm buying a Lambo to crash it and see my wish. Wait, and see my wish can come true. I don't know what that means, but it sounds dark. You should probably go see a therapist or something. All right, we got 446 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. I'm going to play one more ad here because it's 20 minutes in. But yeah, if you want to hit the like button, please do so. It does help with so much growth. Quick question. Is Tama Doge a baby Doge coin a scam? I wouldn't say that they're necessarily a scam. Not everything's created to be a scam, even if it does look like it to some people. I haven't looked into Tama Doge, but baby Doge, there's a number of holders, people that really believe in the project, people that are pushing it forward. So with a community as big as that, I would say no. With how long it's been around, I would say no. Typically, scams really only last about a month or two, maybe not even that. Some people just go through pre-sale and launch it and have everything and then completely collapse it there. That's what they end up doing. And usually if you see them get past that, it's not really a scam. But then you could see things like Squid coin, or was it Squid Game coin or something? And that people were able to buy and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy, and they couldn't sell. So the price was just going up. I heard the chair take a deep breath before you sat down. Just joking. That's funny. Lunatics token deserves more volume so they can burn more. Luna Classic. How do people not get that? I think people do get it. They just want to go with a standard process. A lot of people don't believe in that unless it comes from the community itself or the community leaders and saying, hey, this is the best process. Was it fruit flavored Jello? Because that's nutritious. So yes, it was. It was strawberry Jello with real fruit, or made with real fruit juice. But I'd rather her eat like a no sugar added applesauce, or even yogurt, something with protein or something like that. I can't deal with her eating Jello. There's so much sugar in there in the morning. It's not it. Matt, how am I doing? Yeah, same question. Is it enough? I mean, the way that it's looking right now, I wouldn't say it's enough to hit our goals that we want to hit. But it'll get us to the promised land eventually. Since we know the burning rate of Lunix, should we focus on SHIB next? I mean, we can still focus on SHIB, but I just want some new things to happen for SHIB. Right now, we're not seeing anything really happen. We have October the 6th, right, to where the game is launching. Is that it? October 6th, or is it a different day? I might be blending different days together. Matt, do you think 2023 will be the year for crypto? So a lot of people think not. I think with a whole new year, how the last year has gone, I'm expecting something positive within crypto. As you're starting to see maybe businesses climb back out, and see their stocks, see their businesses thrive. I think you're going to see crypto thrive when you see institutions decide to reinvest into crypto, rather than being completely taken out of crypto. Did you already talk about USTN? I have not talked about it. Well, I've talked about it in previous live streams, and I talked about it last night with DJ Trev. And yeah, I think with the USTN, I think all of the information, or most of the information, needs to come from the source itself, and hearing it from him. Hopefully he can break it down a little bit better to help us understand how minting 500 billion coins will help us in the end, because anybody hears those terms, and we talked about this last night, minting is like, it's like death for that proposal. And it's like automatically, no, I'm not doing it. We're not minting anything. We just started burning, and we burned a total of 13 billion, almost 14 billion coins. And if we burn 14 billion coins and we mint 500 billion, how does that help us, right? That's what a lot of people will say and have said already. I was awaiting the announcement for Binance burn earlier and was getting a bit of FUD since I bought some more Lunic, and since I bought some more Lunic, and my father burst with his jumper cables for no reason. This time. Okay. I swear that escalated very, very quickly, and always escalates quickly. So yeah, the amount of people that automatically came out when I said that it was the Binance burn. I was pretty sure that it was the Binance burn, but the amount of people that came out and was like, "Hey, this is Interstellar. You're dumb, and you should do more research." And I was like, I don't see that. I don't see how they can burn $1.8 million, but I guess anything is possible. Let's look into it further. I did see a lot of confusion out there that it was that it was Interstellar and all this other stuff, and I was just like, I'm pretty damn sure it's the Binance burn. But I was like, let me just be safe and put a comment out there. People were like, hey, you should pin a comment or take down the video because it's Interstellar. And I was like, I'm not going to take down the video because I don't believe it's Interstellar, but I will put a comment here saying I will look into this more. And when I looked into it, it was obviously Binance. So people always tell me, hey, don't jump to conclusions that it's, if you don't believe that it's Binance, don't put it out there. Well, I did, but people still came out and jumped to conclusions that it was Interstellar. So it's like you're playing both sides, and I was just laughing over here. I was like, it makes sense if it is, but let me go ahead and check everything that I can check, all my sources, and it seemed to be a Binance. So I was happy that it was, that I didn't have to change the video or add another video here. But yeah, it's just funny how people say don't jump to conclusions, and they go ahead and jump to conclusions that it was Interstellar because everybody else is saying that, or a bunch of other people are saying that. But there were only a few that came out and said that it was Binance from the jump, and those people, pat on the back, round of applause. I'm not going to say who it is, but they're doing great work. Another YouTube contributor suggests we all give $10 a month in a big pool to buy up Lunic and then burn it all. Why don't we give $20 per month and burn over $1 trillion per year? 5 million people. So the issue with that is you're asking a lot from regular people. Regular people are putting up the boatload of the money, and some people don't even have $10 invested. Whether you believe it or not, There's some people that literally only have like $5 invested, or may only have $10 invested, and giving $10 is not going to be beneficial for them. They're giving up their entire supply. So while we may have more, others may have less, and you don't want to do that. That's why there's always a deal with percentages, because a percentage of whatever you're holding is still that percentage, and we can do that equally. While I'm holding 44 million, other people may only be holding 44,000, right? And you may think that's a low amount and it's ridiculous, but it happens, right? People don't want to take that crazy risk of investing, especially if they're just starting to invest. So I understand where you're coming from, but there's definitely a better way, because one, that's another option way. Binance burning nearly 6 billion coins from 4 days means this week could be closer to 10 billion. Not a bad result considering how early on we are. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it's horrible. I think it could have been more. But like if we're looking at these next 10 days or 7 days or whatever, we want to be able to burn $1 billion a day, at least $1 billion a day. And if it's 6 billion from 4 days, that's more than $1 billion a day. I'm happy with that. And if we go through a scenario to where we're burning 30 billion a month, 300 billion, per 10 months, or 360 billion per year, we can take that. It'll take a long time for us to burn off the total amount of coins that we want to burn off, but that's also partnering with the 1.2% burn tax that's on chain. And who's to say what KuCoin will do or what Gate.io will do, even though they hold less of the volume, because Binance holds 50 or 60% of the volume. We still can see something extra, and maybe we can burn off maybe upwards of 3 billion a day. If we can burn 3 billion a day, or even up to, let's say, 5 billion a day. So 5 times 3 is 15. So 150 billion, every single that's not right. Why can't I do math? That doesn't seem right. Yes, I guess it does. 5 billion a day times, 150 billion. So 150 billion each month would be fantastic. Yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. And if we can burn that much in a year, over $1 trillion a year, I mean, we can take multiple years for this to play out. I'm all for it. We need to start with a new hashtag, pump Lunatics. If everyone bought Lunatics token, it's essentially burning 3.5%. I don't know why there aren't a lot more people invested in Lunatics. They're burning over 2 billion in 2 months. So, yeah, I mean, I understand it a little bit. Thank you, J-Rod, for the super chat. I appreciate that. I understand it a little bit. And the reason why I would say that is because they have a lack of exchanges. More exchanges would mean way more volume. But the problem with that is that we have to find a way to get CEXs on board with the 10% tax that comes with it. And that's where it ends up. We end up struggling, right? Because you can have the volume on CEXs, but then you can't have the tax that flows with it. Because if Binance is struggling with this 1.2%, imagine what they will do with a percentage that's 10%. They're not going to implement that, right? So we have to find a way to push that to them and make sure taxes become a normal thing. And when they do become a normal thing, now we can see that from Binance. We can see that from KuCoin. We can see that from all of these other places. So I think Lunatics token is a great position. What they have done so far is phenomenal. The amount of people that are staked with the position is great. The amount of lunacy that people are getting from their rewards is fantastic. So yeah, I think it's a win-win scenario. And I've always said that. Holding 30 million Luna to the moon. Love your videos. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, 30 million Luna is a good amount. And yeah, if you're looking to grow your portfolio, hopefully everybody can see, at least I would say tens of thousands of dollars from this. Would love if people can see hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it all depends on what they do. When you decide to get out, how much burning we end up seeing, the utility that comes with it. There's just so much positivity here. I was waiting the announcement of Binance. I read that. Let me scroll all the way down. So let's give an update of where Terra Luna Classic is right now, and then also look at the entire market as well. So Terra Luna Classic in volume is down about 3%. We're still seeing $816 million in volume. The market cap is below that $2 billion mark. It's at 1.925 billion. Circulating supply, max supply, you're not really seeing that change. You can see how it has dipped from 34. Yesterday at about 8 a.m. or technically 9 a.m. I got off here at 8:30, and it pretty much started falling after Binance burned what they were going to burn, because it seemed low to a lot of people, and it still is low. I expect to see a little bit more than that, but 6 billion in, or 5.6 billion in 4 days is not horrible. It's not. Eddie, thank you for that $1 super chat. I don't know if you're trying to become a member, but thank you for that. If we look at the markets, this is something I always look at, the markets to understand the volume. You can see that Binance does hold that 50% here, and you also have another 5% there. But 50% of the volume, you're looking at 414 million that flows through there, which I would say probably, I guess, less than 10% now. Usually 10% is on-chain volume. So let's say it's 1% on-chain volume. Everything else can flow through spot trading or margin trading. So that's a good thing, right? Seeing 50%. So let's just hope we can see a lot and how much we can burn. Because if you're looking at 400 million, let's say it is 400 million that's flowing through just Binance, spot trading and margin trading. Well, now you can look at the 0.1% and gain a decent amount. Somebody else sent something. No, nobody else. I thought somebody else sent a super chat. Y'all realize that 5.6 billion is like $175 million. That's not accurate. 5.6 billion is like 1.8 billion. I think they actually, or $1.8 million. I think they actually put out an announcement. Binance put out this announcement to break down what it is in dollars. So if you, they're going to basically update this every week with the batches. And you have 5.6 billion coins, which is 1.8 or almost $1.9 million. And then obviously looking at this date from the 2nd to the 8th, whatever we're going to burn there, that'll be good. Not sure if people realize that Binance burn announcement, they were excluding burns between the 21st and the 27th of September. And thus this means this week's burn was only for 4 days of trading. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that they talked about it. Obviously, if you go in here and you read some of the fine print, which most people don't do, you start to realize that it was only really for 4 days, and it's great. That's good. That's good. That's over $1 billion a day if you're dividing it by 4, right? So if I bring up this and just go 5, 6, right, 5.6 billion. Yeah, that's good. Divided by 4 is 1.4 billion a day. That's not bad. So if we multiply, let's say if that's the case, and we multiply that by 7, this is what we should see for the next 7 days, is around 10 billion. So if we can burn, again, 1.4 billion per day, multiply it by 365. Multiply by 365. We're looking at 511 billion per year, which if we're looking for that multiplied by, I guess, by 10, you'll be able to burn 5.1 trillion per 10 years. So it may take well over 10 years for this to play out with this level. Now, this is just this. Now, we're also burning about 300 million per day over here. So if we do the same thing and break it down by 10 years, we're looking at a total here of about 6.1. So 6.1 trillion that we can burn off, which is the entire circulating supply within 10 years. The issue is that we want to burn it off faster than 10 years, not in 10 years. And it depends what the hype is and what else is created that can burn. Because if we actually have, what's that? Litho that's going to be burning 2.5 trillion. I mean, could be the case to where we add that into there and that takes away from it. So let's say we burn 2.5 trillion. We don't have to worry about that to get to 6.9. So let me just copy this. Whoops. A special. And let me just add. I know this is just a lot of numbers here. So let me look at the 6.9. 0. So 6.9 trillion. So then we just do that minus the 2.5. Right, that's 4.4. So now we only have to get to 4.4. So we worry about that within 10 years. Maybe we're looking at that within 7 years. And then this within 7 years. And we're looking at a total of 4. So burning off basically the entire supply there within 7 years. If we see the 2.5 trillion that burns off, but I don't know. I don't believe the litho, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I don't 100% believe it, but I'll tell you this, that sorry, I was reading something else. Thought I had another super chat. I don't believe them fully, but I'll give anybody the benefit of the doubt. You never know what's going to happen and how much they're going to be able to burn off. Let's try and just believe the community and see what's going to happen. Maybe some people are trying to take advantage of things. I don't think that's the case, but we're seeing it everywhere. I'll tell you that. Anywhere that I type in Lunic or go to Lunic, it seems like we see a lot with litho. So yeah. Now you can see this litho talking about 2.5. We got Bloomberg. And this is where people are making a big deal about it because it's on Bloomberg. You can pay for some of these advertisements, by the way, or some of these articles that come through on some of these websites that seem they are legit websites. I'm not saying that they do that, but I've uninstalled KuCoin and Habu, I don't know how to say it, Habai, until they give an answer on the Lunic burns. Yeah, we haven't heard anything from Lunic. Or sorry, not Lunic. We haven't heard anything from KuCoin or HG. That's crazy. I thought we would see at least something. Like, why are we not seeing anything from KuCoin? Are they trying to build up the hype and then eventually make that burn? Because, like, I keep saying this in every video, and I don't know if it is a conspiracy theory or what, but it doesn't make sense how our volume for on-chain volume. So if we go to like Terra Station, our on-chain volume has been extremely low for the past however many days, week or so, right? We're seeing 33 billion in on-chain volume here. Most of the on-chain volume happens within exchanges. And the fact that we're not seeing a higher volume makes me think that that volume is being suppressed somehow. Do they have anybody trades on Binance or trades on KuCoin or whatever? Do you have a limit of how much you can trade per day? If you have a limit on how much you can trade per day, please let me know. Do you know how much the Lunatics token NFTs will cost? I don't. Not at the moment, no. We can get that information out of them, though. So you're saying we're all going to be millionaires if we can hold for 10 years. That's what it's looking like. Well, you can technically be a millionaire before then, but it all depends what utility happens. And this is only the burns that we're seeing right now, and not even including some of the more community-led burns as well. So there's so many more things that can go through this, but we also want to see utility build up. The fact that once on-chain burns gets back to normal, or on-chain transactions gets back to normal, and I don't know if they do limit the amount you can buy, no limit on Binance for trading, but is there a limit on deposits and withdrawals? That's what I mean. Not on trading, but on deposits and withdrawals. She almost got that, Jello. She keeps trying. She will get it. I know. And I told her, I was like, look, if you want to lose the ability to eat Jello here, then you need to eat Jello at the right times. What? That doesn't make sense. If you don't want to lose it. That's what I was telling her. Like, if she doesn't want to lose the privilege of eating Jello, then she needs to eat it at the right time. So withdrawals have no limits, but deposits. Wait, withdrawals have limits, but deposits don't. How much are the withdrawal limits? They did a limit, but it looks like it's been removed. Hey, Matt, when I said I give you $10 or $20 to a pool, I meant give new money, not Lunic we already hold. Maybe buy Terra Station on Binance together. So I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying if someone has only $5 or $10 invested, they're probably not going to buy 100% of what they own in order to, give that to a burn or a bigger cause there. They'd rather, especially if they're a person that only has $10. I agree that it would be great to be able to coordinate something like that, but you're always going to have people that remain greedy. You're going to have people that give up so much at the bottom. So those people that hold $10 worth and take a new $10 and burn it off or send it to the burn address or whatever. But then you have those people that have millions and millions or even billions of coins that decide to not even send $10 over there because they don't want to. That's where we get stuck if people have the option. We don't want people to have the option. We want people to know that no matter where you go, you will have money that comes out based on a burn, whether it's a tax on transactions, whether it's NFTs, whether it's another position you're buying, anything else in the classic network, or the classic chain. So I understand where you're coming from, and it would be great. It would be great to put $10 or $20 into a pool. But you're asking a select few to do it. You're technically asking for all of them to do it, but only a select few will do it. We don't want the option. When people have options, they always choose greed. That's how it goes. But I totally understand where you're coming from, and I would love to see it. Dude, tweet at KuCoin, jumping the burn, to jumping the burn wagon, and we all retweet. So I've tried that. I think I put something out a while ago, and I'll continue to do it, but I think they're just building up. I think they're going to do it, but I think they're building up a lot of hype and activity, and maybe people are I guess suspense, and then all of a sudden they're going to come out and go, all right, we support this, and this is how we're going to do it. So I don't know. I mean, we're not seeing a crazy amount of volume that flows through Binance itself. So Binance, or sorry, not Binance, KuCoin. So we see 10% of the volume, which is decent. You're seeing $80 million. But majority of the volume flows through Binance. So if they do the same thing as Binance or 1.2%, it's not going to be good for them, right? It's not going to be beneficial for them, which I feel like it will be beneficial for them because most people want that tax to happen. But how it's looking like with on-chain burns, we're not seeing the same numbers we've seen before. is burning a IRS tax write-off. It shouldn't be. It should be considered as a loss, though. So invested money versus like how much you're getting in gains. So lost money versus how much you're getting in gains. It should be reported on taxes. If you have any type of gains, show where that's going, and it wouldn't be considered a write-off, but should go against your capital gains. But I'm not a tax professional, so don't quote me on it. I'm not a CPA, so they need to lower the burn tax to 0.2%. Sometimes less is more. I understand where you're coming from. You're saying lower the overall burn tax to 0.2%. I think 1.2% is fine. And I think a lot of other people think it's fine as well. But you're seeing majority of the volume go into a place to where the burn tax is not as high, right? People are investing into Binance and buying it on spot trading. Like they're basically taking it, buying it there, and they're not sending it to TerraStation at all. They're staking it on Binance. So you're not seeing that outflow of cash from Binance to TerraStation. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think people want to see the 1.2%, but then you have people that just choose greed over anything. And if there's an option to choose the best place, they will find a way to choose the best place, which seems to be Binance. If they're only taxing it by 0.1, people are still contributing to the percent, but it's not 1.2%. I feel like 1.2% is fine. If everybody was implementing that, people would have no choice. There'd be no choice but to invest into it and make these moves into it. I don't understand why Binance is so. I don't know what words to put here. Why Binance wants to stick to this lower percentage for Lunic and think that Lunic is their entire platform, because yes, Lunic has a ton of volume that flows through it, and it has, sometimes billions, like $1 billion, $2 billion, $4 billion worth of volume, which is definitely a decent amount. But it's not your entire platform. It's one position. It's not something where everybody's going to leave your platform there. Make a proposal where everybody's wallet automatically burns $10. That wouldn't be good. Because I think it would be great if everybody's TerraStation wallet did that. But the problem is people would end up selling all of their amounts. Plus, you have people that are not holding $10 worth. There's some people that are only holding $5 or only holding $10. So if every wallet burns $10 and you're holding $10, you just lost your entire investment. If you're holding $20 and you lost $10, you lost 50% of your investment. There are a lot of people out there, whether you believe it or not, that hold a little bit of Terra Luna Classic. Why can't Binance burn the actual 1.2%? Because they think that it'll take traffic away from their exchange. That's their conclusion. The idea is we set up a real nonprofit corp, burn portal with all the bells and whistles, doing business with it/us. They get a real tax write-off. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a horrible idea, but again, I'm not a tax professional, so I don't know how that would hold up. I don't understand why everything has to be difficult. I just want to be retired in a year. I hear you. I mean, the problem is that everybody can't become rich. People can become wealthy, and wealthy meaning that you may have money for a little bit and you spend that money elsewhere, and then you may not end up being wealthy anymore, or you turn that money into more money. You're given multiple opportunities to make a better life for yourself and make more money and all that stuff. But the problem is that nothing really comes this easy. It always has to have some form of difficulty, especially when you're relying on so many different outside sources to get you where you want to get to, right? You have the burn tax. We implemented that, which is something you don't typically see in any position, but now you have to look to exchanges for them to implement the burn tax as well. And that's where you're seeing majority of the volume that goes through. So it's so tough to rely on other people, rely on other businesses and other parts to do what you want them to do. And majority of the community wants the 1.2% burn, and only if exchanges would just say, you know what, we're done. We would love to implement it, and we'll be good, right? Even if volume goes down and it somehow stays around 300 million in everywhere, right? 300 million will still get us to the place that we want to get to if we're burning 1.2%. And $300 million, that's what I mean. And we've seen that down at that level. Even if we drop volume like crazy and we're not looking at $1 billion in volume, $2 billion in volume, eventually people will see the opportunity as it's continuing to burn, as it's on so many places that the 1.2% is there. So if we had it, if everybody implemented it, just like CZ said, then it will be successful. If the top 20 exchanges don't implement it, then we have a problem. So you need all those exchanges to implement the 1.2%, and then we can get to where we want to get to. So that's why my proposal that I had was getting all of the CEXs, basically saying for Binance to do this. I will say that I will do the 1.2%. If I'm CZ, this is what I would say. I will do the 1.2% only if the top 20 exchanges do it as well. If they implement it and you get them to implement it, I will implement this. So you need KuCoin, you need HG, you need Gate.io, you need all of these places to implement the 1.2%, and then Binance can do it. Because with the top 20 exchanges, that's like 96% or something, or I think it's like 99%. I can't remember exactly what the percentage is, but it's well over 95% of all volume in a day. So if you're seeing 5% of the volume go somewhere else and not be 1.2%, then it's understandable. But 95% of the volume can be taxed at that 1.2% mark. But again, we're just hoping for something to happen, but we don't know. How long till we get 5 cents or 10 cents? It's tricky to say. Right now, the taxes are pretty low. Use cases are not all out here. So I wouldn't know. I would believe that we can see it sometime next year. However, if things are going to move this slow, it may not be okay. You're saying switch to members only. Why do you want to switch to members only? Because is there enough members here? Yeah, I guess there's enough members here. Give me like maybe like 3 more minutes or something. I do day traders every time and make buys and sells, and they need to trade at least 2.4% or they have a loss. So this is where I understand where day traders need to make a certain amount of money. A lot of people that are day trading in crypto are making more than 2.4%. Crypto is very, very volatile, and they're making a lot of money very, very quickly. And I think when you see that, yes, they're going to have to make a certain percentage. But if you think about it, how the stock market used to be, where everything had a commission, and it was a higher commission at that. You know, you could trade for $100 and you're looking at $7 that comes out for that $100 trade. And, you know, that's here and there. So you're looking at $14 total, and you're making a $100 trade to try and make $30. So technically, you only made $15 or so. So people got around that. They can definitely get around this for day trading. My exchange won't let me transfer Lunatics to other exchanges. Why? Let's worry about deleting a zero for now. Yeah, I think you're right. When will other exchanges implement the 1.2%? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they haven't said anything about it. I mean, they implemented the 1.2% on-chain, but when it comes to off-chain movement, we haven't seen anything for it. Since Binance's announcement to do the 0.1% burn, we haven't heard anything from any other exchange. Can ask the top exchanges to do a 0.1% tax on all transactions. That would be amazing, but we can ask them and they're not doing anything. Let's see. Darn, I put $10 in the bank for 1,000 years and put a percentage of your rewards and make much more money than in less than 1,000 years. We just like giveaways. What? I think Terra Station burn a button would work. Probably. Richard, thank you for that $50 super chat. Wow. Everyone needs to do their part. Agreed was why no one switched to MEXC when they did offer the chain burn. They don't understand that some burns will make them rich faster. Wake up, people. Yeah, I would agree. Some people don't understand the value of burns, and I understand why, because usually when something doesn't work, in the past, like they had other burn coins that didn't have the popularity that Lunatics or even Shiba Inu had, and they always think burns are not going to work because they haven't worked in the past. They always talk about how algorithmic stablecoins are not going to work because they haven't worked in the past. Well, you just haven't found the right method yet. You don't see people give up on cures and vaccines because the one hasn't worked or 17 haven't worked. No, they continue to go after that answer. It's the same thing with investing, right? You have to figure out what's the best blend to make sure an algorithmic stablecoin works. What's the best blend to make sure that a burn coin or the way things are running for not Shiba Inu, Lunatics right now, how could it work? Could it work with 0.2%? People are trying to find the best blend there, but then there's a lot of people that are just like, no, I don't want to invest into a coin that has to burn its own supply. It should just start out with the lower supply. Well, this is a unique situation because it did start out with a lower supply, ended up gathering more coins or minting too many coins. But now how do we get back to a form of normalcy? And a form of normalcy can actually make a lot of people very wealthy. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Matt, why not 0.6% burn on trading equals buys and sells of 1.2% on transfers and withdrawals? That would be cool. So yeah, I think we're trying to find the best blend. I think 1.2% is good. It's just when it's implemented somewhere but not everywhere, a lot of people will try and move towards the place that is not implementing it. They choose greed over anything. Lithospheres, please explain. I can't really explain how they're planning on doing that. All I know is they're looking to burn 2.5 trillion, and I want to see how that is possible. By allocating certain funds to be able to do so, we're going to need to see. And I would imagine with a lot of the popularity, it becomes more and more likely. But let's just wait and see here. That's all we can do. Let's all start voting for Coinbase to list Lunatics. I mean, I would love if Coinbase lists Lunatics, but That's definitely something that's a little bit difficult as well, um, because Coinbase delisted Lunic before. Let's vote for a list Lunic on all exchanges. So it basically is on a lot of exchanges, and the most popular one that is not on is Coinbase anymore. Coinbase will never list a coin that are popular until after the popularity goes down. So no, I think it's more of a lawsuit thing. Coinbase doesn't like when things are in trouble or have the thought of being in trouble. For example, XRP. There's a lot of places that trade XRP, but Coinbase is not one of them anymore. They delisted them, and they're not going to probably bring them back in any scenario. So yeah, they had Wrap Luna on their platform, but delisted it. From what I understand, I believe so. I believe that was the case. They delisted Wrap Luna, and now people that are holding Wrap Luna, I think you can get out of it. I think you had an issue where you couldn't get out of it for a while, and now you can get out of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Matt, if no more Lunic being created, how are people earning and staking rewards? So this is what confused me, because yesterday I had a conversation with DJ Trev, and I thought that staking was coming from a pool and not from minting. So because usually you have a wallet or a pool that's allocated towards how much you want to give for staking rewards, how much your expectations are. And then when staking is full, you obviously go about that, just like how Lunatics token is doing it. But from what I heard yesterday, DJ Trev said that Zardar said that they are still minting, that minting was never turned off because of staking. I know the algorithm was shut off, but minting itself was never turned off. So I'm not understanding that because we're not seeing massive amounts that are minted, because people are gaining billions of coins in rewards. And if you're minting to gain billions of coins, basically you're minting the coins to burn them off, which is kind of a break even or a net zero if that's the case. So I do want to understand what that's all about, and if we have a net zero here. Wait, they have a new thing? Live commentary? Approved users. What does that mean? Live commentary mode limits participants to the people you approve for your channel. Live commentary. What is that? Like you can actually do like a voice on the computer, only people that I approve or something? Only people that you approve for your channel can send messages during your live stream or premiere. Anyone watching can read them. Oh, so you select people that you want to talk, but that's not the case. I'm going to members only. That's cool though, because like say if you have a live stream to where you only want certain people to ask questions, and then you just approve new people to ask their question, and it's kind of like a Twitter Spaces type of thing, but without the audio function to it. That would be cool if they allow, while you're live streaming, they allow somebody to pull up the mic and speak, kind of like a Zoom call or Twitter Spaces or something, if you wanted to just say something rather than, typing something. The hell was that? Is that my phone? Yeah, I think that was my phone. Bixby's always listening to me. Pull up the chart, Matt. What's the chart doing right now? Sorry, I wanted to go through the entire crypto market for a little bit. Give me a second. So the crypto market is up by 3%, 2.49 or 2.94%. Dyslexia kills. That's where we're up. We're seeing Bitcoin around that 20K mark. Ethereum 1,351. Now, I am invested in Ethereum, and I plan on buying more Ethereum. If it does find a way to come back down today, I most likely will buy more Ethereum as not really a long-term play, but just something that I can gain quickly short-term. So I will continue to probably buy more Ethereum there. Cardano is up about 2%. We're seeing XRP up 5.6%. That's great to see as well. BNB was another one that I wanted to not go all in on, but buy in on. Solana, it's at $33. It's up 3.5%. We scroll down here. Polygon is up 7%. That's great to see. Polkadot's up 2%. Any other big movers? Uniswap, that's up 5%. Wrap Bitcoin up 3.7%. Litecoin is up 3.55%. Scroll down here. Cosmos is up another 6%. It's up to $13. I do hold Cosmos, and I actually might want to buy some more Cosmos. I feel like Cosmos is a great position. Kronos, that's up about 1%. Algorand up another 1% as well. Terra Luna Classic down 8%. So that's not looking great for Terra Luna Classic. Quant is up another 6%. It's up to $141. Yeah, averaging in is just not the right thing for Quant right now. It's been moving in the right direction versus everything else that's been moving in the wrong direction. Quant was at $42, and now we're seeing that at $142. So it basically added another $100 on top of it. So every single coin that you bought at $42, Zoom talk on stream would be a good idea. I think it is a good idea. But yeah, Quant looking great. You added another $100 per coin that you had. I grabbed some Cosmos and Algo last night. Yeah, I think both of those are really good. I have Algo at like 30 cents. So right now I'm up on it, and I'm not adding to my cost basis right now. But Cosmos, this would be sort of adding to my cost basis where it is because it's above my price point. I invested at $11, and it's up to $13 now. So I'm up on my Cosmos, as well as gaining more Cosmos on the DeFi wallet. It's like 17% or 18% APY. So I'm gaining more and more every single day. So instead of buying more, I'm just, gathering more there. Sort of same thing with Ethereum. I think Ethereum, where I invested in it's actually at sort of a break-even price right now. It hasn't really moved too much because I believe I invested at 1,337. It's 1,350, so it's not really a crazy price difference. But I am thinking about buying more Ethereum, maybe like 2 more Ethereum in the next couple of days. Anyways, that's my spiel there about cryptocurrency. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We have 635 people here. Please hit the like button. It does help out. Anybody on Twitch, I appreciate you as well. Let's see. Not your dono map, but something like I did with the Let It Burn channel. Just a proposal. What are you talking about? What about staking the donations and then burning the rewards, the entire amount later? So that's a difficult part. When you do that, you have to factor in taxes. I just rather go with the simple way or simple approach when it comes to my channel. One, because it's my 9 to 5, so I just want to stick with that. Typically what I did was with the Let It Burn channel, was where I took the donations over there, or any type of volume that came over there, and burned off Shiba Inu with it. The issue with that is that it wasn't really sustainable. The live stream started to die down, donations started to die down. There was just a lot of stuff that you didn't see over there, and it's understandable. You have something that's hype for a while. and then people lose interest because it's not doing enough for the overall position. Hey Matt, what about ads for your tutorial videos on how to buy Lunatics on Facebook and Instagram? You're saying put ads on Facebook and Instagram? Yeah, I mean, I don't generally go on Facebook. I have my Instagram, but I can tell you I posted one picture in like the last 4 months. I do want to post more on Instagram, but I have all my pictures. I just don't post them. Hi, everyone. Thank you for chatting. Retro King. Appreciate it. Coinbase delists Luna because of the DPEG. Luna doesn't have a stable coin attached to it. Do you think Coinbase would take that into account? So they delisted them not just because of the repeg, because of the idea of what happened, right? So yes, the DPEG, but more in the case where people lost a lot of money in Lunic and looked like it was more of a rug pull than anything because of how much it was falling, right? Coinbase doesn't like that. And now that the people that are involved in Terraform Labs are involved in this whole warrant situation and lawsuit situation, whatever you call it, that's not a good look for Coinbase, and they never like that. So that's usually where the hesitancy will come from. So yeah, I don't know. I would say they wouldn't relist it, but anything is possible. When we withdraw our, let me bring up the chart real quick. When we withdraw our rewards to Terra Station, swap coins, etc., are these transactions not taxed? If not, why? Why not? Individually, it's isn't much, but I'm sure there are plenty of us doing every day. When we withdraw our rewards from Terra Station. So the rewards aren't taxed. The reason being is they wanted to keep people's rewards, whatever the rewards were. I feel like it should be taxed, but they chose not to do that because a lot of people were asking the question and saying, hey, are my rewards going to be taxed? I don't want them to be taxed. How about just regular transactions are taxed, buying and selling? And it seemed like an understanding, we reached an understanding where buys and sells would be taxed. Transfers would be taxed. Swapping coins, I believe, is taxed, which you can only swap for USTC, really. And everything else, yes, you can, but it's the bare minimum there. Most people don't do that. But yeah, they should be taxed. I would gladly take a tax on the withdrawals that I have for rewards. For everything that I do with Terra Luna Classic, I will gladly accept a tax. Guys, we're almost at 400 likes. Yesterday we got to 1,000 likes, and today we're only at 389 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I would appreciate it. There's just some days that just don't have as much volume or viewers, and it's understandable. I'll take it. And I appreciate everybody that is here. Hey, Matt, you should create a playlist to welcome newbies to crypto and Lunic and advertise it on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of people that are new to crypto. I try and do an introduction to crypto on my Patreon. Every time I get around to like building a script and all that stuff, I always get pushed to the side. Matt, you use StreamYard, correct? No, I use Streamlabs. You're able to drop a link and people can hit the link and come on and speak and debate a topic with you. So yeah, you can do that actually with Streamlabs. We just figured that out with the cam link or collab cam. It wasn't working for me, but it was working for DJ Trev. I saw his picture on my screen, and then we can basically restructure the entire screen. But I don't know how to fully restructure it to do a side-by-side type of thing. Hey Matthew, go to 4823 in my Zardar video about minting. I'll have to do that. I'm about to get off of here soon, and I'm gonna go and upload a video. It looks like today's video is on Quant. So there were 21 votes. Would like to know your opinion on YFI and YFI 2. I've talked about that previously, so I'll add that to the list. So yeah, it looks like today's video is going to be on Quant, what it's all about, the growth, what I invest in right now, all the different stuff right now, and that's going to be over on my new channel, which is NFA investing. So if I bring this up, this is my ETH POW video, which got a decent amount of views. I'll take it. But this NFA investing channel, where we talk about, you know, different things here, whether it's Terra Luna Classic, Cardano, ETH POW, doesn't matter what it is. Every day of the week, we're going to talk about a new cryptocurrency. We're going to vote on what cryptocurrency people want to hear about, break it down as best as possible, and you'll get a full breakdown with that. And that's on this new NFA investing channel, which I will pin to the chat, which you can see. It used to be the Let It Burn channel, but not anymore. So there we go. And if you want to vote on it over on Patreon, whether you're a $5 member or, you know, $50 member or whatever, you can vote on this and tell me what you want. The next vote is going to be between AVAX and Adam, to go through those two. And then whatever doesn't get selected is going to be the fourth one. And then we're going to bring up a whole new list to vote on. So yeah, feel free to go over to the Patreon, feel free to go over to NFA Investing and join that. I will be uploading also a golf video today. It should be a decent one. You know, I've been having a lot of struggles with the camera, so it should be a decent one. Can you see if Lunatics is coming back to, can I see Lunatics coming back to 0.00025? Can I see it? Yes. The reason why I can see it, is because where we're standing is not, it's not like right now it's consolidating, I guess, but it's not a strong consolidation. Actually, let me go back to candlesticks. Candlesticks is the best way to look at it. So yeah, I can definitely see it come back to 2.5, you know, maybe touch at that level. I mean, it could be creating higher highs and higher lows here, but you have a very small, I guess, floor or ceiling, whatever you want to look at, for the low here, because it's very close to where it is. You know, 30 is very close to that 25 mark. So can it come back down to 25? I think it definitely can. Will I invest at that point? No, I'm already invested in at a very, very low point. I don't plan on adding any more to the list. I'm very confused. The amount of Binance burns was off chain, which was due to be burnt every Monday, and the 1.2% on chain on Tuesdays. The amount burn was just off chain. So yeah, it was just their off chain volume. It was their volume for spot and margin trading, and it wasn't volume. It was their fees. So anything that's traded on Binance that involves a fee with Lunatics is going to be added to that burn. So it's 0.1% of the overall transaction there. Anything is possible. Kevin Garnett. Yes, he said that. Can you and would you do a live stream here while doing the live Zoom with other Lunatics streamers. Say on Saturday night streaming teams. Matthew Perry, would I do a live stream here while doing a live Zoom with other Lunatics streamers? Would I do a live stream with other Lunatics streamers? Yeah, fine. If I'm not hosting it, I don't want to host it. So if you're talking about I would bring in everybody and host it, I don't really want to host it because I don't want to deal with the signing off and all this other stuff. My signing off has become like so ridiculous because of all of the things that I want to add in before I leave. I'd rather other people sign off. This style of dressing today isn't sick, dude. I love it. Wait, oh, it's sick. Oh, you're saying that the way that I'm dressing, it's sick? Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. It's now cold, so I have to dress like it's cold, and it's always freezing down here whenever it does get cold outside. Do you think the next week burn will be bigger? Yes. I heard the burn wasn't a full week and when it was implemented, so this week should be a full week. Yes, it should be bigger. I estimated that it should be around 10 billion because if we're looking at the same daily burn or same daily amount of volume, which we probably won't, we'll probably see less. It should be somewhere around 1.4 per day or 1 billion per day. So at least I would say at least 7. If not, we're going to see 10, right? Because if it's more than 1 billion a day, then we'll see more than 7. But if it's 1 billion a day, we should see somewhere around 7. But I'm okay with 1 billion a day. I'm okay with 2 billion a day. I just want to see more and more volume. And obviously, as more volume comes through, so if we see 4 billion in a day, well, now we know that 60% of that or 50% of that will go through, Binance. And that's where we can see 2 billion of that, or maybe even 2.5 billion of that dollars can go through, and that'll tell us how much we can burn off in a given day. If you like to sub to Matt's Golf channel, yes, definitely sub to that. I'm sure Trev would host. Yeah, I mean that's fine as long as we can figure out the issues that we were having with my video. I know Zoom is not working for me, but it works for everybody else. My video feed just absolutely sucked. If you would like to become a member of this channel, yes, definitely become a member. The link is right there. Trev will always host. Yeah, I think if we're going to do it, we would have to do it on like Discord or something, because or we can do the collab cam if that seems to work somehow, some way. But I am not, I shouldn't go on Zoom because Zoom just doesn't communicate with my camera at all. Come to think about it, I used to do that when I worked at my please sub to the golf channel. When I used to do the meetings that I had for work, I would try it on there, and this camera still didn't connect to it. So that may be a problem. It may be the camera to Zoom, but the camera to every other platform seems to be fine. It's good that you would do it so I can be done, and it would add to something never seen before in Crypto Army. Multiple streams all together is power. Just think a billion watching. Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna get I appreciate that printed to a coffee cup and t-shirts. I mean, that would be great, because guess what? I appreciate that. I do. I mean, showing your appreciation is like the least that anybody can do. And a lot of people don't do it. And, it doesn't have to be in the form of money. It doesn't have to be in the form of of product or anything, right? It doesn't have to be a t-shirt or anything like that. It could just be kind words. You know, I do appreciate everybody that comes through and, you know, chats it up with me and gives me questions, all that stuff. It means the world to me. It really does. Because I didn't get this much appreciation when I was working, you know, at the hospital. And that's why I left. I mean, no appreciation. It really, appreciation goes a long way. A small amount of appreciation goes a long way. So I do the same for you guys. Let me rewind you if that, wait, that's if you're cold Matt's hoodie. Wait, what? I don't know what I'm saying. Let me rewind you in that if you're cold, Matt's hoodies are warm and cool looking. How's that, Matt? I guess good. I don't know if I read it the right way at all. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I know typically I would start earlier and go for maybe like 2 hours or maybe even 3. But right now I feel like today is not really the best day for streaming. 1, I'm starving, and 2, I'm tired, and 3, I have other things that I now need to upload. And I'll make sure I have more on different things. If you guys want me to answer any type of like questions that you have in a video, I can definitely do that. I know there were a bunch that I wanted to do yesterday, but I just didn't have the time to do it, especially on the total amount of Lunic that has been burned, and then breaking down, you know, numbers and telling people exactly where I believe that things will go from the burn rate and all that stuff. But yeah, you let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Yes Fire King, to the mods. Thank you to all the members that are here, even on Twitch. Thank you to all the people that are here, all the subscribers that are over there. You know, just people in general. I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll say it again and again. I appreciate you. But I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow my other channels.